Hello everyone, welcome back to Bald and Board Games. Bald here. Board is still missing. I've just given up looking for him at this point. I figured it's best to move on. It's what he would want. He would want me to tell his story. And how fitting, because I'm going to do an unboxing of Tales of Arabian Nights. No, he's not Arabian, but this is a storytelling game. So, we come down to the table here. This is by Play to Z. There we are. And this is the 40th anniversary edition. So this is a remaster of sorts of the original Tales of Arabian Nights. And we do have Tales of Arthurian Nights as well, which is actually by WizKids, which is slightly different in how they go about you deciding where to end up inside the book of stories. This has a little bit more randomness to it than that does. So I will be doing a rulebook rundown for this as well. But first, let's see what's inside the box. All right. Oh, a little bit worried to start as I see these cardboard items here, but let's see what's in here. So we have your rules of play. Rulebook isn't overly thick, which is nice. Hopefully they have streamlined the rules a bit in here. It's not a very hard game to play at all. Very straightforward once you get into it and you learn how to play. So rules of play. Backside, quick start guide, nice. Some reference for the different areas. Okay. We have Greetings Adventurer. Go. Get you a little closer there. Boom. Thank you for joining us on this quest. Your support has helped bring the 40th anniversary limited edition of Tales of Arabian Nights to life. It contains the following upgraded components: a spot varnished box and game board. Cool. A gold foiled, debossed, case bound book of tales. Awesome. Holofoil place of power cards. Very fun. Acrylic standees plus bonus alternate sculpt Aladdin mini. I think there's actually sculpts for each of them in here, if I remember seeing that correctly. The secret gold dials. Upgraded engraved dice. Upgraded wooden markers. Very cool. It's always nice when I tell you what's been upgraded in here. So we have some punch board items here, looks like. 3 of them. So I assume this is what cards will go on. We have our different skills, statuses on the back side. Okay, I wonder one side's gold, one side's silver. Maybe it's the upgraded mastery, maybe. I don't know. Cool. Punch those out. These skill dials. So there's 6 of these. You can play it to 6 players. So here we have, looks like they're going to be putting them, I don't know, I'll pull a second one, same thing here. We'll be putting them on here, and it looks like the line in the middle will dictate how much we have of what are the skills. I assume it's the lore. I forget what that one is. We have our character boards here. Right, Alibaba to start. Zumurud. If I say these wrong, I apologize. Aladdin. What up, Street Rat? Sinbad. Hello, hello. Scheherazade. She got 1,000 tails. And Maruf. I definitely said that one wrong. Cool. And they all have their, such as origin, destination, outlaw, their quest tokens on here. This is a nice reference for your encounter reaction choices and the matrices, which you'll see in a little bit. This is a nice little track for how wealthy you are, which in Tales of Arthurian Nights, this is on the board, I believe. Could be wrong, could be misremembering. I think actually in the original Tales of Arabian Nights, this was on the board. And it was weird because it was upside down, but right side up, you're sitting on the one side of the table. I don't remember. So I like that it's on there so you can track it better. It also says you by land and sea, some movement that you get for each of those. Very cool. Backside, looks like for each of them, you're going to get some history, some story about the character and where they come from. So you have Scheherazade. In the land between India and China, there ruled a king named Shahryar, that's definitely not how you say it, who became convinced of the depravity of all women. In his madness, every night he claimed as his wife a fair daughter of his kingdom, took her to his bed, and in the morning had her beheaded to guarantee that she could never betray him. Not Happy Tales. Sinbad, our famous pirate, swashbuckler, not to be confused with the actor. Aladdin, gotta love your Aladdin. I like that they made him look more like the Aladdin from Disney. That's just a little bias on mine there. Zumurud, I think. She's a dancer of some sort. And Alibaba. Cool. Okay, we have the board. We'll do that last. I'll show you what the full board looks like. Okay, so Book of Solo Tales. If I remember correctly, I think this is new. That you can actually play this game by yourself, solo. And they actually have solo tales in here specifically. I could be wrong about that. Welcome, adventure, to the Book of Solo Tales. These adventures allow you to experience new, more complex tales within Scheherazad's world. Do not read through these stories until you are ready to play. Doing so will reduce surprises and twists of the stories. Start with the first paragraph of your solo quest and follow the tale around the world to see what fate holds. Venture forth boldly. Glory and riches await. Yeah, so this is for solo play. Cool. I like that they have an entire book just for solo instead of you just kind of playing in the main one. That's fun. I assume because the main one probably affects the different players, but that is purely you. All right, the reaction matrices. So this is how this is different than Tales of Arthurian Nights. Tales of Arthurian Nights, you just have different cards, and they have number combinations that add up to the very large amount of stories in the books. Here, you have a whole matrices based on who you're encountering and what your reaction to them is all the way through. So if it's a cunning something, a famous something, a foreign something, blah, 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 you can rob them, accompany them, advise them, bargain, attack, trick, converse. So those are all the actions you can try to do based on whoever they are. And then I think it gives you some sort of number combination based on what's on the card and what's here. It takes a second to get used to, but it's a very easy system once you do. And then here, I'm very happy they did the same thing that Tales of Arthurian Nights did, where this is a nice, thick, hefty book. Yeah. And these are the Book of Tales. Not a rules book. This book contains over 2,500 adventures in the use of Tales of Arabian Nights. If you read this before playing, you will remove much of your enjoyment of playing the game. Instead, read the rules of play booklet. Looks like there is an index down the side, which is nice. Make it very quick to locate what section your story is in. Some nice artwork throughout here. And the entire book is literally just this, where it's going to give you statuses and abilities and tell you to go to this next page and that next page. It's not quite a choose your own adventure, but it almost is, where you'll have moments where you can choose to use a weapon or a skill, where you can choose to react in a certain way based on who you're encountering. And instead you go to the next page and read that story. And it's just a bunch of stories. There is no way you will encounter anywhere close to all of these in probably 50 playthroughs. It's just so random. With Tales of Arthurian Nights, there's components we haven't even used yet. Like there's books that have numbers on them, which are special books that you get, that if you have those when you encounter another story, special things happen. We've played that a couple different times and still haven't encountered a situation where we've had to actually use the book that we received. So it's very fun. It's endless. It literally feels endless. I hate this storage. So biggest pet peeve with storage is this cheap cardboard insert. Look, it's even busted slightly on the inside here, like punched in. The game, I'm sure, is great, but when we review this is definitely going to get knocked because of the storage they have. They give you bags, which is cool, and they have components and places to put them in, but if I were to sleeve these cards, where are the rest of the components going to go? Because those cards sleeved are going to take about twice the space, which is going to be this and that. So unfortunately, I'm definitely going to have to buy some separate storage for this once somebody makes it, to ensure that everything can fit in there nicely without getting ruined. Or as Ford would say, ruined. Or also Stewie. Stewie. So these are for the the solo play, I believe it said. Just some punch outs there. Don't exactly know what those are for. This, nice, that's fun. They gave you a little bookmark to go in the Tales book. Fun. Let's see, those are cards. We have our nice new wooden tokens here. Those are cool. Boop, and there we are. Bang. Fun to keep track. So for each character, so instead of using the punch outs, you can use these. But they don't have punches for the quest tokens, just those other individual ones, it seems, maybe. Origin, Destination, Outlaw, maybe? I don't know. But you will figure that out in the rulebook rundown. We have our acrylic standees with our characters, so we'll definitely have to go through and peel off the plastic. Oh, you know what I love about these acrylic standees that have the artwork? Is they have the front and the back of a character. It's a stupid thing that I enjoy, but I enjoy it nonetheless. It also allows the artwork to shine when you have the acrylic standees. A lot of fun. The dice. So you have your 2-numbered dice, your plus and minus die. Sorry, blurry. Come on, there we go. Cool. These are for the dials. This, oh yeah, see I told you. These, see if I can get these in there for you, are the little miniatures for the people. So they have a miniature for each person as well as the standee for each person in this version that I have here. Very 7th continent, like just tiny, tiny, tiny. Another little baggie, cool. And else, what are you? Oh, it's the little Aladdin on his carpet. Fun. Hello, buddy. Nothing there. All right, so we have the cards now. So we have, these are the places of power, I think they said. Trash. These are cool looking. Some nice hollow foil. These feel very deluxe. So, counter. Very cool. Artwork is a lot of fun. And then we have a bunch more. So let me get this box out of the way. Up here in a moment. Take the cards out first. And then yeah, that's the insert, unfortunately. Very lacking. Already partially damaged because this stuff is cheap. Like, oh yeah, you can put artwork on it, but it doesn't really offer safety for the components or anything. So, not impressed. All right, what do we got here? Solo cards, looks like it says here. Solo treasure. Trying to get that glare on there for you, sorry. All right, there's some solo quest cards. And then this is just telling you, yeah, this is just trash. It's just what was in there. So solo quest cards. Let's see one of these quests here. The Rakash King. So this is. When a tattooed man begs you to aid him, you are thrust into the middle of a war between 2 magical kings in the far-off land of Serenadib. Begin your quest in Baghdad. Components needed. Treasure, steel claws, status, a little learning. Read paragraph SQ800, so that's solo quest 800. If you die, go to paragraph solo quest 899. Cool. So, solo quests, solo treasures. Nice. Green sash. You have been given a faded green sash of fine silk that has been artfully embroidered with the running horse picked out in silver threads. Cool. Solar Quest of the Treasure. Let's see what's here. Trash card. Hey, we got some encounters here, looks like. So statuses. So two of the statuses. So wounded. It's like they give you an effect on here. You've been wounded in battle, or through an accident of fate. So the effect is lose the use of the following skills, regardless of level, until the status is lost: stealth and stealing, magic, weapon use, seduction, appearance. To lose at the start of your turn, instead of normal encounter, you may encounter a barber to heal your wound. Roll 1 die and add the terrain number. 1 to 5 is professional, 6 to 7 wicked, 8 to 9 rural, 10 to 12 incompetent. Roll a destiny die to modify the paragraph. Okay, cool, nice. We have some quests here. So same thing as Solar Quest. They'll give you a little story, then a little to do. And then the encounters. So the encounter cards will have a picture of whatever it is. Then some of them with their character, I think, will have this number at the bottom, which is different. Your encounter with them based on if it's day, if it's a morning, I think noon or night, technically, morning, day, or night. That's how that goes. Right there in the very bottom. And then you have your, looks like different areas. So if you were to draw this card while on one of those 6 spots, that's telling you what number to turn to, I believe. But we'll find out in the rulebook rundown. These all look really cool, though. So those all get shuffled together, I believe. I assume with these as well, because they have the same encounter background. We'll keep those aside, though, for now. Some more. So we have some solo statuses. So even the statuses are different in a solo game. They're probably similar, but the actual effect of what they do is different. Let's see if we can find a wounded. There is no wounded in these. Interesting. Bower cheap, paid late, impoverished, little learning. Oh. Nope, oathbound. That's it, wounded. Exiled and transformed. Ollie freed. Ally, rescuer, beyond the mountain. Mustafa escapes. Guided, acquired knowledge trading, sex changed. Nice. Okay. And the next one is more encounters. Dervish, merchant. I don't want to show off all the encounters. It's fun to have those being random. More statuses. I'm not going to show you any of these because it's also fun to see what statuses you can potentially get. Then in here we have treasure. So it looks like regular treasure, not solo treasure. So in here, these ones have images for each of them, where this was all the same picture. So Book of Hidden Treasures, Magic Bead, a seal ring. That's all I'm going to show you. You can discover the treasures on your own. And we have the city. So if you are in a city, you're encountering a city, it seems. Kiev. Suichao, Tana, that, Baltz. Then it has numbers here, so I assume you'd roll 1 to 6 and it would tell you what you get for visiting that city. Simple as that, seems. See? Yeah. Cool. And one more pack right here. Dash. We have, looks like much more, oh, wow. All statuses, so many different statuses that you can get in this game. All right, I'll show you some of these. Let's see here. Let's, we'll cut that in half. Impoverished, respected, under Gias, Sultan, let's go. Vizier, Hel Jafar, Love Struck. Very cool. All right, so let me put all this in the box and then I'll show you the board. So let's keep all the solo stuff together. And we have our statuses. I'm just gonna put these on top here. Counters, city, easy butty. Do our treasure and our quests. And my problem is that's all gonna get mixed together. Yeah. And let's get all this down here, all these little baggies and such. Aladdin will keep in his little box for now. Itty bitty living space. Tokens. Acrylics. Dice. Punchy punch, or not punch outs, for the punch outs. And then all of this stuff. Don't want you to bend. She's at the bottom. All right. Now let's get all of this out of the way now. I'll punch that out off screen so you guys don't have to watch me go through organizing everything. Okay. And here is the board. Let's pull out big for this. On the top of the board, looks like that's it. Okay, the board is significantly smaller than it used to be, which is kind of nice. Previously, it was a huge board. I think Tales of Arabian Nights is still pretty big. Does this fit medium view? Yeah. Nice. We're going close so you can see too all the locations here. So Baghdad in the middle. So you have all these spots, and you literally travel to all of the different spots, and it costs you. I think it costs you a certain amount of points to travel, or you can travel a certain number of distance based on your riches. So on here, so if you're respectable 4 and 4, so you can travel at most 4 across land, at most 4 across sea. So I believe that's literally gonna be 4 times. So 1, 2, and then you get on land. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Figure it out. Cool. These symbols are definitely different. Very clear though, which is nice. Places of power really stand out, like these big locations that are special. Pretty easy to see the name of the cities as well, which is great. You have your destiny track. Sorry. You have your destiny track up this side here, which I believe is one of the points that you're going for endgame. And you have your story track here. So same thing. I think this also helps trigger endgame. Sweet. All right. Well, let's put her away and prepare for the rulebook rundown. Boom. Toss you. Oh, forgot this guy. Hello. There we are. Sorry. Excuse me. Pardon me. Get all of our books in there. Ooh. Book of Tales. I do like that this fits snugly. That's nice. There we go. Okay. Well, there we go, everyone. That is Tales of the Arabian Nights, the 40th Anniversary Edition. I like the components. I think all the pieces, the books, all of that is very nice. The board updates are great. Cards look great. Artwork looks fun. The only issue that I have right now is the storage. Like this, I don't understand this lack of storage with these games, especially if you have cards, because the cards are gonna get dinged up and messed up, and they're not like a linen finish that's gonna help prevent that from happening either. Like I have to sleeve these so they don't get messed up, because you're gonna be shuffling these a lot while you play this game. So that's my one gripe, is lack of storage. You know, would have been nice if they also had an option to get sleeves for the cards for this when they sent it out as well, because it's a card-heavy game. It's something a lot of companies are doing now when they put out games, is they are including sleeves for cards if you want. But I'm still very excited to play. What really ultimately matters, and this is why it's weighted the heaviest when we do actual reviews of the games, is the gameplay. So stoked to dive into all these tales. We may be doing story-themed month next month, so April, where we have this, we have Vantage. We might bring out Witcher Old World again, which also has story to it. I feel like there's another one, and I'm completely forgetting what it was. Oh, I think Lands of Galzir, because we just got their new expansion character in as well. So we'll definitely have Bombastic on once or twice, and as well as some others. But this was an unboxing of Tales of Arabian Nights by Play to Z. This was Bald and Board Games. I'm Bald. Board's incognito. He'll be back soon. We have a big unboxing to do this weekend for Labyrinth Chronicles, so watch out for that. I'm very excited to dive into that one. But stay tuned here at Ball and Board Games. Make sure you are subscribed on YouTube, subscribed or followed on Instagram, Twitch as well, so you can join us Friday evenings at 8 p.m. and come talk to us while we play. We love board games. We love you, and I will see you at the table.